'cause I've got the fear I do.
Hello and welcome to the W.H.A.T podcast. My name is Gregor.
My name is Connor.
I'm Elliot.
And today, I guess we're just going to kind of start this again, because last time we did this was, 18 months ago?
I
or
was
something?
consistent with it, which is
Yeah,
good.
we did all of one episode. So I think we've not really spoken since I've been away. We kind of want to do these podcasts to just kind of have a bit of a catch up in between us doing shows and stuff. So it'll be weird and wonderful, hopefully, and if it's consistent enough, hopefully some people will actually watch it.
Yeah. I'll start. How was Croatia?
It was good, man. It was really, really good. It was nice to unwind for a week. But do you know what I find really weird about unwinding? Is that I'm quite like an erratic person anyway. I'm always trying to keep busy with like things that we need to do or whatever. And I noticed that I can't actually just relax. Like I'm always thinking about something. Like I kept saying to Soph, like every 5 minutes, we need to go get more sun cream. Oh, remember we need to go get more sun cream today. Oh, by the way, where are we going for dinner tonight? There's only 2 fucking options. So it was like, oh, where do you want to go? Do you want to go there tonight? What about that one tonight? Or let's mix it up. Just couldn't chill out properly. I was just far too...
Mind that time and all when you said to us before you went, you're like, I'm going to be offline like for the time that I'm being there, and you've already farted out about 2 videos when you were over there. Just one of them sitting in a pool.
How was the weather?
It was good, man.
Did you just sit in the shade the full
So,
time?
right, do I actually not look tanned?
Not at all.
You do have a bit of colour about you. He's not like tanned,
Yeah,
he's been sun-kissed, we'll call it that.
It was weird because the sun disappeared quite a lot throughout the day. So we had like thunder and stuff. And then rain, but it was like hot rain. So it's a really uncomfortable level of rain. But yeah, it was sunny in the morning. I thought I did have a tan, but maybe not, man.
There's none worse than that kind of rain, man. It's sticky rain, we call it, but it's just everyone's just stuck to you. Oh, fuck that.
You feel like you're in the Amazon or something?
Aye, no chance.
You have first class experience in that?
Yeah, aye. So when I was younger, I went over to the Amazon rainforest for a bit of entrepreneurship.
Duke of Edinburgh. How have you been last week? What's been going on since I've been away?
Man, I've been working hard. Just working on Aldi. It's been great, man. Just serving customers and putting stuff on the shelf while you've been sunning it up, which is great.
What was it you just before we started filming? You were saying somebody came up to you and what they say?
So there was 2 kind of weird ones that I've never had before, which was I was serving somebody in the till and they just went, "Have you ever told a joke on TikTok?" And I was like, I guess you could say that. And she was like, all right, cool. And then that was the end of the conversation. And then the week before, somebody tapped me on the shoulder and went, "Are you that singer guy?"
Are you that singer guy?
And I was like, no. I said no, because I'm not a singer guy. And she was like, "No, I've seen you singing songs. Me and my niece watched it last night. You were singing a song." I was like, "What was the song about?" And she was like, "I don't know." And I was like, "Was it about a seagull?" She was like, "That was it, the seagulls. I really like the seagull song. That's great." And then she just went and picked up some Coca-Cola and left.
That's wild.
Yeah,
That's
stuff
funny.
at the top.
It's weird because I think, you see, just touching on the seagull song, I don't think we ever thought that would ever amount to anything. I remember sitting in that car when we were like kind of talking through the idea and stuff. And to think that that's the one that we ended up getting clipped, it's just weird that's...
It is pure weird as fuck, man. But the funny thing is, you had that before we even started working on it in the car.
Yeah,
it's just been developed further now. It's just kind of like caught fire and everybody's fucking talking about it. It's funny, man.
Wouldn't it be quite disappointing if like your one hit wonder was a song about seagulls?
That's what it feels like, don't it?
It does actually, a wee bit. How have you been getting on?
Alright, man. Just walking away, bagging spices and shit. Magic. It doesn't get any better than that, man. There's not really much to report. I've just been like mega chill. I've been trying to like think of more things now to try and get like, because I realise, as many people might not know, I'm not as frequent on social media as what I should be. So I'm trying to think of like more things that I can do to like put onto the
Luigi's page.
The Luigi's page. It's going well, apparently.
So, to be fair though, your Tom and Jerry video was very funny. I liked it. I thought it was good.
Yep.
Thanks very much, man.
Yeah. It's funny, like Elliot, as he said, he doesn't really post. And he did one video, like his first ever video that he's posted, got over 1 million views. And then, like, that's like a dream for anybody. And he just sat there and he went, eh.
And that was it for a bit. I got writer's block.
Have you booked your driving test yet?
I have, mate.
You have?
I have, yeah, I definitely have.
When is it?
It's October, man. But it's annoying as fuck because I was like, please let there be something earlier. But I'm going to have to download this wee app that my sister was telling us about. I can't remember the fucking name of it now.
Is that for if people cancel?
Aye.
You can take
Aye,
it.
and then you can just be like, yoink. But see if I can
October's a
get
long
something.
time away.
I know, but well, if that's the case, I better fucking pass it first time then.
Yeah, see if
Know
you
what I mean?
fail, you might have to reset your theory.
Not yet. I'm living in hope. That's not till March.
So you could maybe help out with the tour then,
Yep.
if it got to that.
Well, that is the plan. So
Yeah.
there's better to have two driving than just one. You know what I mean? Just in case of emergencies.
How have you felt? Because I was just on the topic of tour. How have you felt having a week out from doing anything? Because I feel like we've been pretty consistent recently. We're going away and gigging and all that kind of stuff.
It's nice, man, but at the same time, you're just like, fucking hell, you just want to keep going with it. 'Cause I think once you've caught that kind of routine of like doing gigs and constantly like being active with the group, as soon as you have that just even a week of a period of just stopping, it's a bit.
You feel like you're not doing it.
You don't know what to do
It's like a
yourself.
waste of time.
That's how I felt. I was just sitting there in Croatia, just like that. Hey, make content. But no, yeah, good.
Looking forward to the gigs, but buzzing, man.
Yeah, we still got quite a lot left this week.
It's a busy weekend.
Yeah, we're in Dunfermline. So if anyone, I don't know if this will be out by then. No, it won't be. So it doesn't matter. But
We're going to tell you anyway.
it's going to be out in 6 months. No, but we're in Dunfermline, Elgin, and then Inverness on the Sunday. So that'll be a lot of fun. I honestly, I think touring is honestly one of my favourite things to do. I didn't realise how much I'd actually like it. Especially because we actually do get on, believe it or not. We are actually all friends. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun just kind of hanging out. Like you see the stuff in like hotel rooms and whatnot. Just it sounds weird.
That's kind of
weird. But no, just like the funny conversations. It's great. So
Aye, some would see it as somewhat baffling, but it's brilliant.
You know what I hate about touring? How much money you spend.
no, it's the eating. It's
Yeah,
the
aye.
eating.
Most of
I
I
need
most
to
of
buy
it's
my
kept out in
breakfast.
fucking food, or in our case, pints.
Aye.
But
Because you pay for your breakfast, and you two will have like a wee breakfast pint, then you have your lunch, then
That's
you have
much.
a wee lunch pint, and you have your dinner, a couple of pints, and a couple more pints.
Well, Ireland was the exception for that. I think that was
Yeah.
definitely the one where that was a bit too much fun. But we're not going to talk about that. There was a lot of pints had that night, but that was good. And what was I going to say? We haven't really planned this. Like in all honesty, we haven't. So, but
That's why it's going so smoothly.
that's why it's going so smoothly. But you actually did have some funny questions that you sent to me. What were these?
oh,
Oh, is this the would you rather?
Yeah, I just thought I would start that.
Okay,
segment, you know?
right, cool. We're getting there already. That's us ran dry the
Well,
conversation.
because if everybody's going to have a turn doing it, it might take like 15 minutes to.
hold on. I can't even remember the ones I sent to you. It was literally just in a fit of panic. I was like, fuck, right, I need to try and think of some questions. I think
Because I genuinely thought, I was like, oh, right, there's so much we could do. There's so many ways we could plan this and make this interesting and exciting. And we could talk about all these things that people would never expect us to talk about. And then ultimately,
would you suck a dick for £100?
right, hold on. Right, do you want one?
Yeah.
Aye, well, we have it. Right, okay, here we go. Right, so you're stuck in the middle of a bridge.
Nope,
right?
not this one. Is that the one? Are you going straight to that one?
No, this isn't that
No,
one.
no, no,
okay.
no, 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 no.
Oh, no.
No, I'm not gonna do that one.
Right,
there was
okay.
one we were going to do, but I'm deciding to
Yeah,
leave
Yeah,
it out
maybe leave that out.
'cause it's a bit.
involve punching a child.
Oh, why'd you have to say that? That was literally the whole reason we weren't saying it is because you didn't want to say that line and you just said that line.
we were talking over him. I think he's muffled. Yeah, that you fucking muffled the mic with your beard, you cunt.
Mate, he swears so much, doesn't he? He just keeps swearing
He just
every
got
2
messed up.
seconds.
I know, I can't help it. It's like, to me, swearing's like a fart. I just need to let it out, otherwise I get a wee bit upset for me. Right, so here we go. Right, so you're stuck in the middle of a bridge, right? On one side is a silverback gorilla. On the other side is a grizzly bear. Which side are you going to?
I'm going to go for the silverback.
Silverback?
Yeah, because I think it would want to like bring me in because I might look like it a wee bit because I'm hairy. So there's more chance of surviving that. I might bring me in, cuddle me, kiss me. Be like, you're mine now. and then like just carry.
Or he'll rip your head off. One of the two.
One of the two.
What about you?
What were the options again?
Is one side of the bridge is a gorilla and
Right.
the other side is a grizzly bear.
Is it
What side do you want to go to?
okay? And I'm in the middle of the
You're
bridge.
in the middle. It's like a big,
How big?
rickety bridge
Right.
over a big fucking massive
Oh,
drop.
is it kind of like the one
That
at
you'll fall,
Shrek?
you would no, like in Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom,
Right.
you'll fall to your death.
Okay,
but you
okay,
need to
okay,
choose
okay.
what side to go.
Wobbly bridge, right? What have I got on me? Am I naked?
To. I don't know. It's just it's not an
This
elaborate
matters.
question.
This matters for
It
what
does
I'm going to
matter.
do. What am I naked?
Because
No,
if
just
he's
your
naked.
clothes.
Right. So right now, just you put me in the middle of a
Aye,
bridge.
right. I snap my fingers. You're in the middle of a bridge. There's a grizzly bear over there, and there's a silverback gorilla over there. Which side are you going to?
So I'm probably going to go to the gorilla
Yep.
because I feel like my chances of imitating a gorilla in body language, because I've got quite broad shoulders, I feel like I'd have a better chance of making friends with gorillas than bears.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I would say the gorilla as well because they're very like not. They're apparently meant to be quite gentle, albeit their size.
Or gorillas.
Well, think about it, Harambe.
Oh, I knew he was going to say. Do you know? I
Think
just
about
had a
Harambe
vision.
because he was looking after the child. He was being gentle, so he might treat you like the child. Just there won't be somebody there to shoot him.
Drag me across the bridge.
Well, you're gonna fall.
Never mind. I don't even need to fucking move. He's just going to come grab me and take me away from the bear.
Aye. Whereas a bear will just be like, fucking, just slap you and then you're fucking dead, man.
Unless it's like a Winnie the Pooh.
A Winnie the Pooh,
Aye.
just huckle honey at you.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that was great.
Aye, off to a
What
good
about you?
start.
What were you going to do? You've not told us.
I'd go for the gorilla as well.
You-
Aye, well, 100%. I'm hardly going to take on a bear.
so you've
But I've got a better chance to take on a gorilla, is what I'm saying.
that reminds me, you've been watching that show. What's that show called about the monkeys?
Oh, Chimp Empire
Uh-huh.
on Netflix.
So I've not seen it yet, and I don't know if any of you've seen it. But can you just give me a little bit about what's it about? Because I want to watch it.
Oh, well, in the like, African forest in Gogo, it's a massive like chimp family, but it's split into like some of them have moved away. Like a lot of the like dominant males have moved into like a smaller group called the Westerners, and they start like trying to like get in to kill the alpha in the main central group and all that. And it's cool. You get to see all like their individual personalities and all that, and there's some heartfelt moments in it and all. I was like, I never thought I'd get teary over a fucking chimpanzee, do you know what I mean? But it's quite cool, man. It's interesting to see how similar they are to people.
How do you film a show like that?
I seen a behind the scenes thing on YouTube, and would I fuck be like, except if I was a cameraman, like I would not be doing
What
that.
do you do? Do you just dress up as a tree?
No, well, what I thought, but what I
This tree cutting about with a bamboo stick camera.
because like when you watch like certain like other like wildlife documentaries and that, they'll take like the wee kind of hidden cameras and they'll put them on the
Right.
trees and stuff like that. These troops are actually like in with the camera and they're filming. They're about from me to corner away for a fucking chimpanzee going like that, woo, doing like swinging branches and that about. You know what I mean?
Are they in disguise?
No, they're just cutting about. Just cutting about in like cargo trousers and.
Aye, because that's going to help.
You know what I mean? But I was amazed, like, just at how calm they remained while they were filming it. I'd have shat myself. You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
just sounds like terrifying to do. They must have get paid something like amazing for that. Do you know what I mean?
Aye, mate, but also, you see things like editing shows like that. I always find that stuff so fascinating. See when you watch Blue Planet or Animal Planet and stuff like that.
Does it not take like 5 years to film?
Well, I think it does, but also you see a lot of the storytelling of that stuff, like animal documentaries and whatnot. They must. I mean, a lot of it must not actually happen in order. They're editing that to make a story out of it. So I think like being like someone who makes the storyboards for those episodes must be really like hard work, because you might have 10 hours of footage of just a giraffe taking a shite, and you've got to find a way to make that interesting. So in 3 weeks you might get the next clip of that giraffe
Eating the shite.
or getting killed.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But that could be 3 weeks later, but the way you see it is always so close together. So it's really interesting, I think, how that all gets edited in.
It is cool, man, but just the idea of trying to film it all must be like exhausting whilst constantly looking over your shoulder. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're just cutting about the jungle because you don't know where they're all like cutting about. Know what I mean?
How? Where did they sleep? Did they just they walk in during the day, film it, and then be like, right, I'm clocking out?
Aye, so all the monkeys are staying in a Premier Inn round the corner. So
That's what it seems like.
Well, they've got like guides and all that'll take them. Like, see, like conservationists, they'll go in and they'll take them to where like the area where the chimps are situated, and then they'll film what they need to film, and then their guides will take them back to wherever they're fucking staying. But did you think that they camped out with the chimps in the jungle?
Camped out, aye, just to stay so that the chimps accepted them into the pack.
Aye, but they probably don't want to ruin their natural habitat too much. You know what I mean? Like, have you seen that clip of the saddest thing ever? Those penguins, and the penguins were dying, and I think it was I can't remember what documentary it was. Was it Blue Planet? No, that's Sea. It's one of those ones though, and it was a David Attenborough one, and the team actually stepped in to help the penguins climb this little cliff because they were all freezing to death, and it was all like the baby penguins. What are they called?
Penguins.
Baby penguins, mate.
Baby penguins.
Chicks.
Is it? Anyway,
Well,
but they were all dying, and they were like, they have to kind of let it happen because that's that's nature. But they were kind of like, we can't watch this, so they actually built like a little bit for them to walk up. It's really, really cool. So that's like, I can see why you would interfere in that sense, but I reckon that they probably would try their hardest to not be around them.
How does a penguin freeze to death? Do they not live on ice?
Oh well, babies. If their mums aren't there, because their mums keep them warm.
Where do they get kept? Oh, right in between.
Yeah,
that's why you see like colonies and penguins. No, that's see because there's fucking like millions of them all gathered together. They all huddle together like that way, so they keep warm.
A bit of body heat.
Mental, innit?
They don't have feathers, do they?
Aye.
Nah.
Yeah, they
I'm
do.
pretty sure I've read they're kind of like a seal.
They're not like
hairy.
a seal.
What?
They're hairy.
Their feathers, they're not like fucking like you'd see a blackbird or that cutting about, or a fucking eagle. They've got feathers. It's just wee kind of like they're
Like
dead
hairs.
thin. They're like streamlined kind of feathers, which is how they can swim. I clearly spend too much time at the zoo. Clearly.
Well, on the zoo, right? I was just thinking about that monkey at the zoo. I've seen him in Edinburgh. In Edinburgh, right? In Edinburgh Zoo, there's a monkey who goes like that, like that. Like I think, is it a girl? I can't remember, but she looks at you and she goes like this, and it's because she wants to smoke. Because when they got her, or when they got him, they got them from people who used to, I think it was like a circuit, like it was a circus monkey maybe, and they were giving it cigarettes. And genuinely, I remember that when I was younger, that they used to give this monkey cigarettes. It was wild.
And then there's a monkey from Scotland going.
Well, that's in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Aye.
Do you mind that time? Do you mind that time you were having a heart-to-heart with a monkey? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Like Gregor just zoned out on this monkey, and they were just having like proper eye-to-eye contact, and he was like that for about 5 minutes straight, just no talking.
It was quite philosophical, man. I genuinely feel like in that moment, it wasn't the monkey that was in the cage. It was me. And it was looking out into my life and thinking, I've got it better in here, don't I? It's quite weird. Because that's what genuinely being serious, that's what they asked us to do when we were in uni. Part of the thing that we did was we had to pretend to be animals and whatnot, and they wanted us to go and make connections with animals at the zoo.
What animal but you didn't be a monkey?
Nah, but the monkey wanted, obviously, like, just reached out to me, got my attention that day.
Man.
Ended up going with a cat.
Remember that wee monkey, but I've been back to the zoo since.
Have you seen it?
Aye, man, he's a wee bit lost without you. You were a wee cat, weren't you?
I was a wee cat, aye.
What kind of cat? A Scottish cat?
It was a Scottish wild cat. I think we actually referenced this moment in the first podcast.
Yeah,
so
I think we did.
If anybody wants to find out more about what that entailed at uni, please watch that episode.
Good memory, by the way.
Yeah.
Because that was 2 years ago.
Was it?
Well,
18 months ago. I think we said that at the start. It was about 18 months ago. On the subject of animals, just while we're here, I had a really weird dream. And I should have said it earlier when we were talking about it. I had a really weird dream about seagulls. And I think it's because when I was away in Croatia, I was noticing the size of the seagulls and stuff like that. I had a dream that there was just these, like, and they were obviously people, but they were all wearing seagull masks. And they were just stood there in a room, like, with their arms folded at one point. I just remember these seagulls, well, these men wearing seagull masks, just kind of looking at me.
Oh, hench.
Yeah, but I woke up and thought it could be like a funny idea for a sketch, but I don't think there's anything we could do with that.
don't know, man.
Nah, let it slide, eh?
Yeah.
Right.
Who knows?
I have really wild dreams. Really lucid dreamer. I always have been. And I've had things like sleep what's it called?
Sleep paralysis.
That's the one.
What's that one?
It's where you're kind of if I am correct, I'm sure I'll get corrected if I'm wrong here. But from what I remember, I was kind of stuck there and I felt as though I was awake and all my surroundings were the exact
and it's
same.
in the dream.
I was in my bedroom and it was literally just like what I could only describe as like a creature in the back with red eyes just getting closer and closer to me. And I couldn't move. I was just kind of glued there and then I woke up.
I've never had it. Like Mel's had it before. She had that because it's almost like your mind's awake, but your body you can't. Like physically you can't move. Your body's still asleep, but your mind's awake. So you're like that, just looking about your room. No, which is quite weird. But you still kind of like
you feel like
almost daydreaming,
there.
like you're seeing shit, like what Gregor's saying. And she used to see like a wee girl, kind of like The Grudge, I think, or is that what it's called? The Grudge?
Yeah, the one that comes out of the TV. Have you seen that?
No.
Yeah.
I've seen a spoof.
Oh, wait, no, that's not The Grudge. That's The Ring, isn't it? The Ring is when the girl crawls out the well.
Oh, God. But I just
hair's all
seen
down at school.
This wee girl like hunting about in the corner of the room and all that, and you want to be a shout for like help, but obviously you can't move or do anything. And then obviously like someone like made like illustrated art, of like giving people like an idea, like people that don't suffer from sleep paralysis, giving them an idea of what it's actually like. And I seen one where it was like a pure big demon like that, just staring at you like that, and you're lying there, and I'm like, oh no chance.
Yeah. I think that sort of stuff says a lot about people though. You know, when like people who have lucid dreams or have dreams that are like, I always have a recurring one where I'm back in like school and I'm sitting exams and I walk in and I have literally no idea what any of it's about, and they say that that's usually linked to like being stressed or being anxious about something, but you don't really ever seem you don't really dream, do you? You don't really...
No, really. I believed when I was younger that if you have the same dream twice, it would come true. So then I was convinced that my mum was a vampire for about 6 months straight, because I had a dream that my mum chased me back. A bat chased me home, and then I punched it in the face, and its teeth fell out, and then it turned into my mum, and I was like, oh my God, my mum's a vampire. So I woke up and I was like, am I going to have to go next door and kill my mum because she's a vampire? And I believed it for like 6 weeks. I was like...
How old were you?
I was maybe like 6 or 7. Just eyeing my mum up at every time, man. She was cutting garlic in the kitchen. I was like, this is a wee bit sus.
Well, surely if she was a vampire, she couldn't cut the garlic. Yeah. If only someone was around to tell you that at 6-year-old.
I needed you as a pal when I was younger.
Oh, that was brilliant. Aye. Mad Batman.
Yeah.
Batman.
Oh, no, man.
So, I don't know if you want, I could change it up a little bit.
Right.
If you want, because I was sitting there trying to think like, so maybe ask some questions that are actually quite, I don't know, maybe learn a little bit more about us. It's some stuff I don't know if I've even ever asked you before.
All right.
Here's a question for you. Is there anything that you want to do that we've not done yet? Whether it's like, it doesn't just have to be with like Ouija's, it doesn't need to be shows or anything, but is there anything that you really want to do that either you've not yet done or you would like us to do that we've not done?
I want to watch you jump out a plane.
Not happening. And we have discussed the potential of doing that for your stag do, and I'll tell you right now, it's not happening.
I want to see you under that sort of pressure. I think it would be the best thing ever.
Do it.
I've got a real thing with control. I can't be in situations where I don't feel like I've got any form of control over it. Now, I don't know if there's some underlying thing there with me and why that's how I feel, but genuinely, I just can't do it. Like, see, roller coasters, I struggle with that.
Really? Yeah. Would you go to Alton Towers?
Yeah, mate. See, for like my 12th birthday, I took all my pals there, but I didn't want to go. Everyone was doing it, so I just thought, all right, we'll all go. I just spent half an hour trying to hook a wee duck while everybody
trying to hook a duck.
Yeah, trying to win one of these. It was Scooby-Doo with a basketball. I remember it. I kept wanting it. I wanted it in 2 different colours, blue and red.
Did you get any?
Nah, mate, I felt like I did. I got 2 of them in the end. My dad just handed me 50p's. It took me like 45 minutes to get it, but
Imagine going to Alton Towers and he spent the entire day in the arcade.
That's basically what happened.
Oh man, he would have had a freak out. I remember, like, my memory of Alton Towers, man, was they've got like this kind of ghost ride, like ghost train thing, and you've got like a bit like a laser tag with the guns. The guns are like situated like on your cart, and you're just going about and you're shooting ghosts and demons. I reckon he would have had a freak out.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of, is it Loudon Castle, the one that was in Stirling?
That was a Scottish one.
That was the one I'm thinking of. Aye, that's where we went.
Loudon Castle was good, man. I went there in primary 7.
What happened to it? Why
Just
did that
shut
one
down.
close? Was there a reason? Was
Dunno.
was it M&D's where something actually went wrong? Because I remember one of the Scottish ones, someone had an accident.
It was M&D's. It was one of the roller coasters broke down, and like I can't remember if it like crashed. Like they couldn't stop it, and it crashed because somebody like get killed. I'm sure.
No, I don't know if it was
I don't know if
killed or
they died.
they did not lose a leg maybe or
Oh,
something.
think
no,
that
that
was
was it.
Alton
Aye, yeah,
Towers.
it was
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
That was Alton Towers. They lost a leg.
Lost a leg.
Yeah.
Was it? But does that sort of stuff not just put you off?
Nah.
Like completely? No.
I mean, not really, no. But then again, like, how often am I on roller coasters? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I take it you jump out of plane then?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd do it. 100%.
Really?
Yeah.
Fair enough. I guess that does summarise the difference.
You can
between
watch
us.
from the ground.
I'll watch if you want. If you really want to do that, I'll watch. I'll watch you jump out of plane.
How about we do it strapped together?
Strapped
Well,
together.
that would be worse. I think I'd rather have I'd rather be strapped to a professional.
We can have a threesome, so it's like him, then me, then you. We're
Yeah,
all
but the
strapped
weight.
in.
Think of the weight there. That's just not okay. I think I'd rather, if I was gonna do it, I'd rather do it with the professional rather than having
Aye.
you going, "We're gonna die. We're gonna die" in the back of my ear.
Yeah, no chance. I wouldn't even work. What, 3 of us strapped together?
Yeah.
I don't think you can do that.
You couldn't do
You
that?
could do
don't
a
think you
3-way
can do that.
bungee jump, perhaps.
Again, that's something I
can do
reckon
a
I'd be
bungee?
more likely to do a bungee jump than
You can jump off the
Jumping out,
Titan crane in Clydebank.
really.
Yeah. You can do a bungee jump off that.
Is that a hint? Is that what you want to do?
No, it's not a hint.
Because
no,
we
it's
could
just a
really do
fact.
with some ideas for your stag do, mate.
Just we
Like,
give him a
so-
Scrabble.
So are you like I like to try and think of things where, like, at some point in my life that I can do something quite daring,
Like
or
it might kill you?
like thrilling. Not so much like kill me, but like maybe maim me or that. But but I'm thinking, like, I've always wanted to go back to Australia so I can go diving and see a great white shark. Like,
Oh, cool.
in-
That's
in the
nice.
presence.
See, I would do that sort
Do
of
that
thing.
for my
just
stag do.
to like,
Just
see the
compare
size of them. But then Mel's pure having a freak out. She's like, no, like, I seen a video where they can get their head into the cage, and I was like, well, first of all, no, they can't. What are you
I've seen
talking
the
about?
videos as well.
Have you?
They
Yeah.
can get their nose in. They're
Yeah.
fucking huge.
They are massive.
Aye.
I
I'm not
got
gonna get their
into
full head in the cage.
But all they
Yeah.
need is their nose and that wee front bit. Just go.
I got
But
into
my head's hardly going to be able to. Oh, hey, yeah. You know what I mean?
I got into a bit of a dark hole with watching all these videos about great white sharks and whatnot, and I ended up learning about this. They're called volcano sharks. Have you heard of them?
No.
I think I know what you're going to talk about.
Yeah, yeah. Is there not a? There's
Is that
like
not a movie?
If it's not, it should be.
You think it's Sharknado?
Yeah, I've not seen. I need to see that. I do need to see that.
Don't
Is it
waste
bad?
don't waste
I've
your
got-
time with that. I've not seen it, but I already know by looking at it that it's not worth watching.
No, but anyway, right,
Sorry.
this volcano, it's like underwater, obviously, because the sharks are there, and there's like hammerhead sharks and other sharks that are just living around it, and you would think how is that possible? But it's almost like they've mutated to be able to withstand it. I can't remember exactly what the video in the article was saying, but look it up, type in volcano shark because it's really, really interesting. Also, what do you think about megalodons? Have you looked that up at all? Megalodon
Is that
sharks?
like?
Megalodons?
No, I'm thinking of something different. When things are just like really big.
What are you talking about?
I'm pretty sure I've seen these trends on TikTok where it's like, oh, your biggest fear, and it's like a bus, but a megalodon, and it's just like the size of like a Glasgow.
I guess, like, but in theory, you probably could use that. I don't think people would use that to describe, like, you wouldn't get a really big McDonald's. You'd be like, I just had
Yeah.
a megalodon McDonald's, man.
I know.
So that's not a thing. That's not like a describing word. Megalodon.
But you see, if you said that in a particular accent, it might sound quite funny. Like, imagine like an East Coast saying, just had a pure megalodon McDonald's, eh?
No, Megalodon's an extinct prehistoric shark.
Yeah.
Is it
Whale.
big?
Is
Oh.
it extinct? That is the question.
Oh, no, mate. Are you going to, like, you're
Right into it, mate. Right into it.
Ah, I know what you're talking about now, and it's like an aerial shot of the sea.
I've seen this.
and it's
I
like
know what you're
a
talking
shadow underneath, like
I've
a
not
boat.
seen that. What?
It's like, so there's a shot and you can see the sea,
Yeah.
and it's like a boat, and then there's
Right.
this huge
I've seen
shadow
it.
You need
underneath
to
it, and
send
it's
me
like, Megalodon is real.
I seen it. I seen it
Is
yesterday.
it really stupid though?
No, it looks pretty legit.
Right.
man.
I need to see
I
that.
seen it yesterday, man. It was literally like a big shadow. It was in the shape of a shark, but it could have been a whale on its side, for all we know.
Yeah.
The sea terrifies me, man. Sea in general, just like I love looking this stuff up and researching it, but it does terrify me. I mean, like, have you heard of the magna? Is it a magnapeda squid? It's like an alien squid.
An alien squid?
No,
Magnapeda
genuinely.
squid?
I don't know if we can, like, Paul, I don't know if there's any way we can edit a photo in here. I'm just going to do this. I might be able to do it. But see here, this is this is a magnapeda squid, right? It's real. And they've got footage of these things from oil rigs. So they're right down at the bottom of the sea. And these things are massive. And they've got huge long legs. Like, these things are huge.
Tentacles.
Like, I don't know. Well, I don't know if they're quite tentacles.
Right.
But they are like... I don't know how long they are. They're really big, though. I know that much. Like, they're massive. And they're terrifying. So, yeah, the sea's not really for me. That's why I don't eat seafood.
Well, there could be. Well, that's the thing, man. There's loads of things we don't even know. We know more about space, I think, than we do our own
That's
ocean.
a fact, and I think we've only, like, I'm going to mess up the percentage here, but we've only, like, explored like 10% of the ocean.
I think it's a little bit more than that, but you're along those
12% of the
lines.
ocean,
Yeah, it's
perhaps?
got to be less than like 20.
15% of the ocean, perhaps.
But you can't. How are you meant to do it anyway? You can't. how are you actually meant to, like, check?
You can't go that
every-
deep.
Exactly. It's just I know, bro. Nah, it's just the pressure.
Do you remember? Was it me and you watched that episode of Blue Planet where they have footage where they get to like the bottom of the ocean and there's just this like black layer that has this like fog over it,
Aye.
and it's the underworld, mate.
I'm like,
They can't go in it, and they have this footage of this eel who's at the bottom of the ocean, and he goes into it, and the eel just like it's like it gets suffocated.
aye. It's like I don't know what it is. It's apparently it's like lack. Like there's no oxygen.
Satan's gaff.
There's no oxygen, like at that part of the ocean.
Are we closer to space than we are the bottom of the ocean?
Huh?
Yeah, I'd love to know. I'd actually love to know that. Are we closer to space or the bottom? See, sometimes you say really good things.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's like a really. I really.
I
want
think
to
I
know
think
that.
we're closer to space.
You think
Proper
so?
I
brain
think so.
teaser.
Aye.
So we're 62 miles away from space, 100 kilometres.
Right.
And then are we going for the average or the deepest part of the
The
ocean?
deepest part.
Deepest part. Yeah.
How deep
100 kilometers to space.
deepest part of the ocean?
How,
11,000 miles deep.
11,000.
What? Oh my god!
11,000.
Yes, 11,022 miles is the max depth of the Pacific Ocean.
Oh, how long would that take to walk?
I'm not going to be able to sleep
Now,
tonight.
now is that meters?
Yeah, because I was like, that's a lot of miles.
Yeah, that's a lot of miles.
That's going to be too much, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a
Oh
bit.
my
Man,
god!
I'm terrified.
No, it's 10,000. Yeah, sorry, 11,000 meters. So what's that in miles?
What?
It's like Scoob.
Oh my God, Scoob!
6.8 miles.
6.8.
Right, 6.8.
Oh, right.
So we're
Aye.
3 miles off. So space,
alright.
space is 3 miles
Space is
further away.
But does it not like give you a sore head thinking about that
Yeah.
it's never ending out there? But it's like
Yeah.
never ending.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Well, since you should bring that up, Elliot.
You're going
course.
to tell me there's a limit in you.
No, I don't know. I really don't know. There probably isn't. It's probably
Do you know?
infinite.
I've got a fact here. For every grain of sand on the planet,
Bet it's a TikTok fact.
no, this is factual fact.
Factual fact.
For every grain of sand on the planet, there is 10,000 stars.
How have they worked that
How
out?
have they worked that out?
Science.
Some cunt walking along the beach, picking up bits
Aye.
of sand and looking up like that.
I'm telling you.
I'm
I don't know.
telling you.
See, the thing is, it's one of these things, isn't it, where
It
you
could
could
be
say
true.
it, and because it's something you've never heard before, you have to believe it.
Aye, and
Like
who's
you,
gonna-
you're not. Nobody's just going to question that straight away because you're not going to go walk about and pick up sand.
Yeah, exactly. And who's
Yep.
going to argue with a scientist?
Exactly.
I think you're full of shit, mate. Whoever you are.
I love how much eye contact he's making.
Yeah,
He's a
he's-
pro, isn't he? He's an
yeah.
absolute pro. Like just looking at the camera.
I kind of wait until we get loads of sponsors and he'll be like, this next sponsor is brought to you by BetterHelp.
Oh, do you want- Why did you do that? That made me really uncomfortable. It's like you predicted the future. Right, I want to do something. I'm just going to randomly say it. Let's just like humor me here, right? Is there one thing that you think like surviving we would all be really good at? Just while we're talking about it, what's like one situation that like the three of us individually would be really good at to survive in, better than the rest? Whether it's like a zombie apocalypse, like for example,
All right.
you could say he'd probably be most likely to survive a zombie apocalypse, or I'd be most likely to survive in the Sahara Desert. Probably not,
No.
but like that. That's what I
you
want to
would
know.
just give up straight away in the desert.
I'll be honest with you. I changed what I was gonna say halfway through it, and now I've landed on this. So we're just gonna go with it. So, what's one thing you think Connor would be good at surviving, or where he would thrive better than the rest of us? Maybe
On the moon.
it's like an extreme situation. Aye, like something like that. Like Connor would do better on the moon.
Connor would do better on the moon. Moon man.
I think that I would do better in jail than the two of you.
I'm not denying that, mate. I'll be honest with you. I'm not denying that.
Yeah, I think you'd be all right. That's
I think you'd be
probably
all
Because
right.
I know how to suck a good
See-
dick.
I had a timer in my head there going, when's he going to say this? 10,
Yeah.
9,
Yeah.
8. I'll suck a dick. There we go.
That's mine.
Right.
Yours
So
would be like a writing camp.
you think a writing camp?
Yep.
That's hardly fair. I'm talking like extreme situations here. You said a writing camp.
Aye.
He would survive better than
No,
me.
an extreme situation. And let's give him
Yeah,
an
an
extreme
extreme-
situation.
aye.
What you think he would survive in?
Uh-huh.
Like a really, really hard pub quiz.
That's
No, I
not an
wouldn't.
extreme
I
situation.
did one last night and I had no. Stop asking him because he's just. Do you know what? What? What do you think?
Really, it's a hard one.
I think I know what I'd do well in.
Well,
What's that?
I think it would genuinely be a zombie apocalypse.
You think?
Well, I was thinking that, man. I'd think, like, I'm putting it down to the fact that you've watched quite a lot of different types of zombie things, that
Yeah.
I feel as if you've got this catalogue in your head that, right, whatever I get struck with, I'll know how to approach.
Well, I feel like my anxiety would be my best friend in that situation.
Where do you
Or
go?
my paranoia.
Where do you go?
well, no. I just think I'm always like looking over my shoulder anyway. So
Yeah.
I think that sort of thing would help me. Maybe, perhaps.
Do you think you've got the knowledge of like how to cook food and
Yeah, 100%.
survive
Aye, in
and
those
nutrition and stuff?
in those situations, I guess we wouldn't know because you would have no electricity, no
Yeah.
power. So
like? Do you know how to start a fire?
I'm sure I could. I mean, lighters are. I could still find a lighter, mate. It's not like you just get rid of all that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, what about for you?
Try to think, man.
I think it'd be a relaxed thing for him. A situation that only somebody who's quite relaxed and chilled would be able to survive in.
A relaxed thing? Well, hardly if it's like.
Well, not
extreme.
the situation, but it would be an extreme situation that only you could deal with because of how relaxed you are. That's what I mean.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Like something that's usually anyone would panic at, but you wouldn't.
Well, like being stranded in the middle of the ocean on a boat.
Russian roulette.
Russian roulette? You think I'd be alright?
I think it'd be quite good because you're full of one-liners. You're full of amazing one-liners. I can just imagine you saying the funniest thing before it's your turn to do it.
I don't know, I'd probably just try and have a sense of humour to put the guy off. But, careful now. But Russian roulette? I never even thought about that. I mean, want to try it? No, I'm getting on.
You're quite a glass half full kind of guy. And I feel like you would just find a way to find like a funny way of
No.
getting through that.
He's a glass half full guy until the glass is completely empty.
Oh,
and then he
panics.
absolutely loses it.
Yeah, he does. Aye.
Yeah. Lose it in what way? But,
Like, you
like,
just,
get angry? Or
yeah, like you've had enough. Like you're either like,
I
oh,
love
this
when
is
he
going to
does
be
that.
fine, and it goes, oh!
I know. Somebody fucking drop up my glass! Then I'm alright again. Aye, more or less.
Yeah.
I don't like it when that happens, man. Don't like myself.
Oh.
Right, let's talk about something else because I just ended that by saying I don't like myself.
We've got about 5 minutes left.
Do we actually?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Really?
just flowing in, isn't it?
Yeah.
So 5 minutes left. We'll do a quick fire little bit about the shows. I'm not very well equipped to knowing exactly when all these shows are, but they are coming up. Well, I do a little intro and then you can say the dates. So, guys, if you didn't know, we are actually comedians, believe it or not, and we're sketch comedians. If that makes this justified that it wasn't that funny.
Comedic actors.
And we are going on tour, on a solo tour, and our solo tour begins in September. And we have when's Newcastle?
So we are in Newcastle on the 9th of September. We are then in Glasgow at the Pavilion Theatre on the 15th of September. We then have a couple of weeks off, and then we are back on the road in Dundee on the 6th of October.
October?
You're really slow, man. This was meant to be quick fire.
Sorry, the 6th of October we are in Dundee at the Gardyne Theatre. On the 7th of October we are in Aberdeen at the Lemon Tree. On the 12th we are in Galashiels. On the 13th we are in Dunfermline. On the 14th we're in Inverness. On the 21st we are in Edinburgh.
Why is he getting louder?
Exclamation.
So going back, alright, so that's the tour. That's exciting. We'd love to see you along at the tour, and stay tuned because we're about to do a quick wee change and then do another episode. I wasn't meant to tell you that. Oh, there we go. Anyway, see you later. Bye. 'Cause I've got the fear I do.